All right, you guys, we've got to get into some things here. It looks like Jason Whitlock went at Venom. Okay, shout out to Venom React. Shout out to Whitlock. I'm interested to see where this is going. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna end up siding with Venom on this because I think Caitlin Clark's the MVP, not Kelsey Mitchell. Jason Whitlock seems to be on the Kelsey Mitchell is the MVP of the fever train, and I'm not rolling at all. We're going to get into it, man. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit the bell notification, hype the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Now, there's been a bunch of things going on. It's a bunch of drama in the air, all because of Aliyah Boston, all because of AB, the one who won't pass the ball to Caitlin, the one who won't set real screens anymore, none of this stuff. She's on the Stephanie White, Kelsey Mitchell train. I think it's very obvious. Venom feels the same way. I agree with him, in that stance for the most part. And it's going to be interesting to see what Jason Whitlock had to say here. Without further ado, man, let's get into it.
Snake, fraud, Waffle House Boston. That's the gospel according to a man who built an audience smearing Aliyah Boston for saying out loud what the film already said. Kelsey Mitchell is playing like an MVP. Let's listen.
Venom did not build an audience off of smearing. I don't know if he was saying Venom built an audience off of smearing Aliyah, but that's not how he built his audience.
Boston, we call the Waffle House Boston, not we. That was actually her nickname. Aliyah Boston, that's why she was unconditioned in the 2024 season. Yeah, we're airing your dirty laundry. Aliyah Boston's unconditioned. She's a snake. She's a fraud. I'm out of here, man. Like this video, hype this video, drop your thoughts in the comments. Waffle House Boston, you are done.
Now, okay, the whole Waffle House thing. I remember she was at Waffle House, but he didn't lie right there, though. That's the thing. Y'all could disagree, but Venom's not lying. Aliyah Boston wasn't in shape to run with Caitlin Clark in her rookie year. She came out and said it. She actually came out and what he said, she already came out and said. It took her half a season to get in the right condition to really run with Caitlin Clark. But let's go. Let's see what Whitlock say.
His name is Venom. And in the social media age, there will always be a Venom. A venomous snake who masquerades as a truth teller, a hero to the defenseless. He doesn't defend Caitlin Clark, he uses Caitlin Clark. He pays the bills by poisoning the reputation and accomplishments of people like Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell. Anybody on that roster who won't kneel to his Caitlin Clark throne.
I gotta disagree there too. He makes a lot of Caitlin Clark content, but Venom does NBA content that get the same amount of views as Caitlin Clark content. I got to keep it real. I've seen it. He has reactions to Michael Jordan videos that's got damn near, I don't know if it's over 200,000-300,000, might be closer to 1 million. I don't even know. But he definitely does a lot of views on his NBA content as well. I don't know.
So here's the part he can't afford to admit. Kelsey Mitchell is the MVP of the Indiana Fever this season, not as a slight, but as a ledger. 17 straight games with 20 or more points, the longest single season streak in WNBA history. Night after night, she's the most reliable bucket on the floor. She's efficient, she's aggressive, she's unbothered by the circus in the building and the louder circus online. Second leading scorer in the league, while the loudest corner of Fever fandom pretends noticing her is a hate crime. And here's the receipt that should end the argument. Caitlin Clark herself called Mitchell the best scorer in the WNBA.
That don't make her the MVP or make her better than somebody. For all of this, and I'm not knocking Kelsey, she's a big time scorer. She can score the basketball. For all of this scoring talk, she averages one more bucket per game than Caitlin Clark. Literally one more basket. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is going to get 9-10 assists a game. You don't think if Caitlin Clark said, I'm just going to score more, she couldn't just score more and say, instead of averaging 9 assists, I'm going to average 5, but I'm going to average me another 7-8 points. You don't think she could do that? Obviously, she could.
When the star of the cult points at the teammate and says, that's the best scorer in the league, the groupies are no longer defending Caitlin, they're arguing with Caitlin. Mitchell didn't stumble into this run on mythology. She earned it the old way, shot after shot, road game after road game, while half the timeline treated her excellence like a scheduling conflict with someone else's origin story. You want team MVP? You look at who carried the scoring burden when the lights were hottest. You look at who's been undeniable.
Everything you saying is about score. So whoever scores the most is just automatically the best player, right? Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing?
For 2 months straight. You look at Kelsey Mitchell. Aliyah Boston's crime was telling the truth. She said Mitchell works. She said Mitchell was really just the MVP. That's basketball. That's a franchise cornerstone recognizing the engine next to her. That is not betrayal. That is not sisterhood conspiracy. That is not a salary cap or a salary cap fanfic cooked up by a man who needs a villain so the clicks don't cool off. Aliyah Boston is not a prop in somebody else's origin story. She's a #1 pick, a two-way force. And one of the reasons Indiana has a real team instead of a traveling one-woman exhibit. Seeing value in Mitchell does not mean she hates Caitlin Clark. It means she has eyes. It means she lives in the locker room, not in the comments section. When you turn a teammate into a snake for refusing to shrink every other woman on the roster, you're not protecting a star.
She is a snake, though. What she did was snake. Like, you sitting there acting like Caitlin Clark's not an MVP. It's crazy. It's crazy. She's third in the league in scoring, first in the. What are you talking about? I don't get it.
You're training an audience to punish honesty. This is bigger than one account. Venom is a type, and that type makes talking about the Indiana Fever objectively difficult. Boston can't speak. Fever fans can't speak. Teammates can't be praised without somebody accusing them of hating Caitlin Clark when they don't.
That's not true, and that's another thing. Venom has plenty of posts for years at this point, adding Kelsey Mitchell on social media, saying we want you here. You are a bucket. Blah blah blah. We don't want you traded. You need to be here. You and Caitlin is the best backcourt ever. You a killer. Like that. That's not. He's We've all complimented her before. Now there are times where she was ball hogging in certain games, and we're not wrong for calling it out. None of us are mad that Aliyah Boston was an all-star or the things she's done. Nobody's mad that Sophie is doing well. Like, I don't agree. I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with this take. But hey, you're not supposed to agree with every take of anyone.
Hate Caitlin Clark. They just don't worship her. They see the value in the women wearing the same jersey. That's the delusional wing of the fan base, the wing that treats praise of anyone else on the Fever as betrayal of Caitlin Clark, the wing that turns every box score into a loyalty test. Once a fan base installs priests who sell forgiveness for clicks, the sport gets smaller, the team gets smaller, and the only thing that grows is the racket. Caitlin Clark is awesome. Say it plain so the bad faith people choke on it. She's awesome. She's not the MVP of this Fever team, though. Not this season. And she's not winning the league MVP conversation over A'ja Wilson, while Kelsey Mitchell is out here rewriting the scoring history book. Clark missed 4 games. Through the first 10 to 12 she played, she was inefficient. She struggled against the best teams in the W. She's on the brink of suspension on her next technical foul.
What does the technical foul don't have nothing to do with no MVP? What are you talking? See, that's what I'm saying. Y'all just be throwing random stuff in there. Oh, she has 7 technical fouls. What the hell does that have to do with an MVP? Since when have they talked about an MVP stats and they talked about technical fouls? Like, knock it off. Stop it.
7 techs will do that to you. She left a game mid-game without explanation over frustration with Stephanie White written all over the exit. She's played through minutes restrictions. Great player, awesome player.
So with minutes restrictions and all of that, Kelsey Mitchell averages 1 more basket than her. One more bucket, literally one more made shot per game is what she averages. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark is giving Kelsey Mitchell backdoor layups and buckets. Caitlin Clark ain't scoring off no Kelsey Mitchell assists. Nobody scores off Kelsey Mitchell's assists. No disrespect. She averaged, 1.5, 2 assists a game, which I'm cool with. She's just a scorer. I'm cool with that. They are a great backcourt. But a lot of these points you're making are just buffering the point for Caitlin Clark, to be honest. Minutes restriction, and you average one more bucket than me a game. Meanwhile, I'm averaging 7, 8, 9 more assists than you per game. Come on.
Real force, but not this year's MVP. Greatness is not a permanent permission slip to erase the woman next to you. So let's total the ledger here. Kelsey Mitchell earned the team MVP case with a historic scoring run and the kind of efficiency that doesn't need a propaganda ministry. Aliyah Boston told the truth and got called a snake for it. Caitlin Clark is still...
We been on Aliyah Boston, though. Aliyah Boston been moving funny, to be real. Aliyah Boston had... The thing with Aliyah Boston is she had nothing to say about the Alyssa Thomas situation for Caitlin Clark. She didn't even say nothing on her own podcast when it came to Sophie Cunningham getting clotheslined by Dejanay Carrington. All of a sudden, you up here yelling and screaming for Kelsey Mitchell to be MVP. Caitlin Clark is handing both of y'all buckets every single night. Caitlin Clark is the one that's third in the league in scoring, first in assists, first in points created, points generated per game, first in mad at this stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
Caitlin Clark, generational talent, imperfect season, human being under a microscope she partly built and partly had built around her. And the Venom class, they'll still be here tomorrow. There's always a snake who cosplays as a truth teller and cashes the check while poisoning the names of Boston and Mitchell so the idol never has to share the room. That cult doesn't just complicate life for Aliyah Boston, it complicates life for the whole Indiana Fever, including Caitlin Clark.
So that was Jason Whitlock addressing, I guess, Venom. Not even just Venom. I guess Venom was just more so a face of what he was trying to demonstrate. I think I'm siding with Venom on this one. Be honest with you. I feel like people are good with Kelsey. People was good with Aliyah. But here's the thing. Y'all got to remember this too. These are Caitlin Clark fans, not Indiana Fever fans. Aliyah Boston and Kelsey Mitchell won 13 games together before Caitlin got there. Caitlin pop up, all of a sudden y'all in the playoffs. All of a sudden people even know who Kelsey Mitchell is. Kelsey Mitchell was scoring 18, 19 a game before Caitlin Clark. Nobody gave a damn. And that's just the real. So to sit there and try to minimize Caitlin like she's not in the MVP and all of this is nonsense. Yeah, man, that's interesting. That's interesting. What says you? Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. Just keep the vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share the channel.